to our next game, which our next topic, which is going to be this. This is going to be the NBA preview with the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are another team that really does kind of look at themselves as a team that's in flux a little bit. They're putting things together for the future, and I think that they have one of the better stars in the league, young stars in the league, and Tyler Halliburton. Um, and it's not Tyler Halliburton either. It's Tyrese Halliburton. But thing is, they got a really good player in him, and he's a guy that I truly do feel that is gonna be an impact player all throughout the NBA. He could possibly be the starting point guard in the All Star game. That's how good Halliburton truly is, and I know that he got a lot of improvement from going and playing in the FIBA with the rest of the higher end NBA players as well. So that should be a lot of fun. You got a great backcourt with him and Mathurin, the kid from Arizona. And then Jerace Walker is a very good player. Andrew Nembhard is proven to be a very good um, clutch shooter. Ask the Lakers because he did beat the Lakers last year on a late buzzer beater. Also, you got guys like Jalen Smith, who should be pretty good as well too, who did some pretty good things last year. Miles Turner is still with this team as well too. But a guy that really sticks out to me, and if he's able to be on the big boy squad for the rest of the year, it's going to be Oscar Tshiebwe. This guy, it's funny because he was the Naismith College Player of the Year 2 years ago. Nobody even mentioned him last season when he was playing for Kentucky because they weren't a top 10 team all year. But the craziest thing is this guy was considered the best player in college basketball, came back for his senior season or junior season, and nobody made a big story out of it. So I think with his progression and who he truly is, he could be the biggest impact on this team. And then you got a guy in Bruce Brown who's going to actually be used a lot more in Indiana, which is going to be pretty good for this guy moving forward. And Obi Toppin looks to salvage his career. Let's just keep it real. Because if Obi Toppin doesn't do well here in Indiana, he'll probably be on to the next team or something of that nature. But he'll be considered a flop. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? But you want better from Obi Toppin. I truly do, because Obi Toppin was supposed to be a really good player coming into the NBA. It's never worked out that way. Isaiah Wong could be a good guard, but it seems like they got a lot of guards. You know what I mean? They got a lot of guys doing the same exact thing. And that's where your team kind of runs into a little bit of trouble. So I think that this Indiana team is more of an assets team, and that's what they're going to be doing this year. They got a lot of guys that they can move around for pieces. That's the whole thing. Buddy Hield will probably be a guy that's going to be on a lot of people's trade boards. Miles Turner will probably be a guy as well too. Daniel Theus as well too. I'm just looking at players here. Aaron Neesmith might be a guy that they might be want to move, but I would say Tyrese Halliburton is a guy who's safe. Bruce Brown is safe. We know Buddy Hield is always in trade talks. And you look at other players, and Obi Toppin as well too. He'll be a guy who's a part of trade talks as well too. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, the Pacers are they're a very irrelevant team in the NBA at this point right now. They don't really have much, okay? And I don't think that anybody needs to go that crazy over what they're doing. They do have a good over-under situation, though. They're saying that this team could possibly be a team that can be, in the playoff race. And they got them at a 38.5 for their win total. I think they're giving them a bit too much, okay? The under 38.5 is actually a plus 100 over at Caesars, to be exact. So, it's a weird situation, because they're saying the under doesn't look likely, but it looks very likely, in my opinion. This team looks like they'll be losing 10 in a row here, 12 in a row there, and nobody's going to care. And when they go on a winning streak, nobody's going to care. So it is what it is at the end of the day. The Pacers are just another middling team that's just going through the motions of the NBA. Could they be better? Yes. But do I see them being better? No. So, with that, we move forward and let's go ahead and get ready for our first commercial break. And when I get back, we're going to jump into the AP Top 25. The SEC, is it still the most dominant conference in the college football ranks? And then we talk about the CFB Wednesday night. And after that, we got talking tickets. So, with that, you guys stay tuned. This is the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles, with the one and only Pop Dibiase, the Primetime Capper.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legend